Welcome to Fox 40 Sports. Now, how many times have you heard the phrase, life's 10% what happens to you and 90% of how you react to it? A phrase that's been around for years. A phrase that Shenango Valley senior Lucas Scott can certainly relate to, starting right from birth.
There'll be times where maybe my elbow will hurt a little or something, but that's just kind of the way it is.
It was in December of 2000 when Mike and Wendy Scott found out that instead of having twins, they would only be having one baby, that baby being Lucas Scott, their firstborn. And shortly after that, an ultrasound told them he was going to be born with a birth defect, ulnar club hand in his left arm.
We all came to a realization that no matter what, this wasn't going to be a hindrance to him. He was never going to know that he was different.
Ulnar club hand is when someone is born without a growth plate, where the ulnar bone is either partially missing or gone altogether, making the forearm shorter and curved at the wrist. But that never stopped Lucas from setting his mind to something and achieving it. It never made him feel sorry for himself, and it certainly never held him back, especially when it came to sports.
I've never viewed myself as different, but it's been something that has always pushed me to work twice as hard at everything.
Someone who's also pushed Lucas to work hard and develop more confidence, someone he's known since he was born, his offensive line coach, Keith Hayes.
What I have is a physical disability. I don't let it hold me back, and my big physical achievements are through lifting, and he's been there for, I squat a lot of weight, I bench a lot of weight, I do this or I do that, and he's helped me to get there, and it's taught me just, I can do anything.
Keith has been working with Lucas since he was in the 7th grade, and he's watched him grow on and off the football field ever since.
He's always had a good amount of confidence. I wouldn't say necessarily on the athletic fields. He kind of had to prove to himself. You know, I believed in him, and his father believed in him. But I think over time, when he began to have success at the modified level, I could see that things were changing for him.
Pass, Jake. What are you looking at?
He's continuously built his confidence through sports over the years, and he's certainly kept his worldly character.
You know, we really didn't have to do much growing up because he just had that personality that made it easy. You knew maybe some kids would pick on him at school, but he just sloughed it off and didn't let it bother him, and he just picked himself up and kept right on going.
I'm proud of the fact that he's never let this hold him back.
Right.
And, you know, we instilled it in him early, but he could have took the other route and said, oh, woe is me, you know, look at me. You know, but he's never let that happen.
The way Lucas carries himself as a person, as an athlete, as a teammate, has been nothing short of inspiring.
Definitely been a huge inspiration. You know, nothing really gets him down. Everything, you know, he's tries to stay upbeat. Always comes to practice with a smile on his face. So
he just is a true warrior.
We're trying to talk to you about things right now, right? And you guys.
That's one thing that's pretty incredible is when he plays, I don't even think about him as having any issues or having any deformity or anything like that. Like, I don't see it because he plays so hard and he's such a good player. And, you know, I think that's a testimony to his character and his upbringing and, you know, his hard work and his ethic.
When I spoke to your teammates, your coaches, those were some of the words they said. They used inspiring, role model, motivating. When you hear that, what does that mean to you?
It just means that I'm doing my job right. I always try and be there for my teammates because no matter what sport, they're my brothers.